Ever felt so unmotivated you thought, why even try? Let's uncover my most vulnerable tales of low motivation and how I came out on the other side way stronger. Have you ever felt so unmotivated no amount of pep talks or morning affirmations could fix it? I've been there multiple times. In this video I'm opening up about the toughest battles with staying motivated, how I nearly quit on myself and the emotional breakthroughs that renewed my passion. Low motivation isn't just laziness, it can be heartbreak, self-doubt, fear wrapped in procrastination. Let me tell you my story. Times my motivation vanished and how I pinpointed hidden triggers and the advice I would offer my younger self. First, let's go back to when I had big dreams, like launching a creative project or diving into a new skill, but every attempt fizzled. I would get excited for a week, then slump for a month. Comparing myself to seemingly unstoppable friends or social media idols only made it worse. The disappointment built and bled into other areas of life, like my confidence, my relationships, for example. I realized I was stuck, weighed down by regrets and stale ambition. A game changer was seeing a pattern. My motivation died either when I strove for perfection and got intimidated, or when fear of failure convinced me not to even bother. One day I read a line in a book that said, "Action fuels motivation more than the motivation fuels action." That sparked a small test. Each morning I would do 5 minutes mini task related to my big goal, even if it felt inconsequential. My mind subtly shifted, each micro step completed, despite my mood, slowly chipped away at hopelessness. I also found mentors, some official, others just close friends, whose tiny bits of wisdom kept me afloat. It wasn't an instant fix, but consistently putting in micro effort led me to realize I wasn't doomed to be a quitter. I was simply letting fear overshadow small daily progress. If I could chat with me from 5 years ago, I would gently say, stop chasing perfect. Show up every day in small ways, even if it's just 1% progress. Accept that slip-ups happen. Missing a day or two doesn't define you. How you bounce back does. I would stress how leaning on a friend or community can be a lifeline when motivation dips. And that every small victory, like finishing a single short writing piece or a 10 minutes workout, adds up to a bigger sense of pride and momentum. Over time, those threads of progress weave into a larger breakthroughs that you never saw coming. It's a journey of rebuilding trust in yourself, step by step. Sometimes we measure ourselves against perfect illusions, but real growth emerges through consistent, humble efforts, especially when motivation is scarce. So, how do you act on these lessons? Identify motivation blockers. Maybe it's fear of failing publicly or an old belief that you are not talented enough. Put it in writing so you can challenge it. Then choose one daily spark. Commit to a tiny daily action like reading 2 pages or sending one networking message. Let it anchor when your motivation feels absent. Then reframe setbacks. Each missed day or slip-ups is a feedback, not a verdict. Think, what can I learn from it? Seek support. If you are comfortable, share your struggles with a friend or a peer group. External encouragement can jumpstart your internal drive. Try these steps for a week. Observe how even minimal routine can pierce through your darkest motivational lows. Motivation isn't always a blazing fire. It can flicker out. But in those quiet, tough moments, a small disciplined effort can reignite hope. My struggles taught me that building yourself up day by day is more potent than riding bursts of inspiration. So let each low day remind you, you only need a tiny step to begin turning the tide.